I just found an unbelievable chart for Ethereum and Cardano. Stay tuned to know more. So hi guys and welcome back to another Gab's cryptocurrency video where we trade by data and not by hype. And today we're going to talk about Ethereum and Cardano and ano ba yung nakikita natin ngayon dito sa kanyang chart. So let's dive into the chart. If you could recall guys, Bitcoin fell down in the past few days dito sa ating moving averages such as the 100-day moving average, the 200-day, meron din tayong fina-follow na 50 and the 20-day moving average. And anytime soon, we might see this that cross na possible na mangyari anytime soon. And this is very imminent na. And this would indicate a downtrend for the Bitcoin price and the whole of the crypto market space. Pero if we are going to look back and try to understand this moving average, yung mga ibang moving average din ay nagdedetermine ng ibang hint sa ating movement ng market. So if you could recall, this 100-day moving average is actually a big support for our bull market and makita mo, it always hold the line for the Bitcoin price. Nung na-break natin siya, saka lang tayo nakita ng move to the downside. So that's why we are seeing this massive dump. And same goes with the 50-day moving average. 50-day moving average is also a support for us in a midterm movement. So if you can see, we had this bounces dito and then here during the Bitcoin price. So the 50 and 100-day moving average are a strong indicators na dapat fina-follow natin, and they also act both as a support and resistance to the price action. So makita mo dito, the 100-day moving average became a support and then the 50-day became a resistance. So that's why we got this strong rejection dito sa ating moving average na yan. Makikita din natin siya na nagpe-play out with the 20-day moving average. You can see that it also acts as a resistance, and this is one is a support, and this one also plays as a resistance na ngayon. So yeah, if you could recall, lahat to ay nagpe-play out sa ating moving average, and ang ating pinakang lowest point is the 200-day moving average na ating fina-follow. So, ano ba yung nakita ko ngayon sa Ethereum chart and Cardano chart? So, if we're going to look at the Ethereum chart, you could see these moving averages playing out as compared to Bitcoin. So, i-hide muna natin lahat ng moving average at i-plot natin isa-isa. So, if we will be plotting the 200-day moving average, you can see na sobrang layo pa natin sa ating pinakang last support. And if you will compare it to Bitcoin, na-break na natin siya. Now let's move on to the next moving average, which is the 100-day moving average. The 100-day moving average is right now acting as a support for Ethereum. Let's now go back to Bitcoin and let's look at the 100-day moving average. This one also acted as a support for Bitcoin, but now we had that breakdown. Let's now look at the next one, the 50-day moving average. This one now also acts as a resistance for the Ethereum price. And then let's try to understand the Ethereum price action for the 20-day moving average. So the 20-day moving average also acted as a support for our Ethereum price during the past few months and days. And let's also look at the Bitcoin price. So the same goes with Bitcoin price. It also acted as a support for the movement in the past few days and weeks. Now let's try to understand this movement na nagko-form ngayon kay Bitcoin. If you could recall, around April to May, we had these bounces from the 100-day to the 50-day moving average. And nung na-break natin siya, saka tayo nagkaroon ng dump to the 200-day moving average. So, pansinin nyo to guys ha. We went down, we went down this 50-day moving average. Nag-play out tayo ng kanyang movement dito sa 150-day moving average. And then before that, nag-head tayo ng dump up to the 200-day moving average. Now, let's look at this one sa Ethereum price. So, right now, we are seeing also the same action. So tanggalin mo natin yung triangle niya dito bago tayo continue. So if you could recall, 100-day acted as a support, 50-day resistance, support, resistance, and then before that, ano ba yung next move natin ngayon? And if you could follow this Bitcoin chart, yung kanyang ganyang movement, if you are going to plot this, it is almost identical with Ethereum. So if this will play out, it's possible na you might see this dump kay Ethereum to the downside up to the 200-day moving average. And ano ba yung pinapoint out ng 200-day moving average natin? So 200-day moving average is a moving indicator. So it would have this type of movement in the following days. If this plays out, we would see an Ethereum price action between 1,700 to 1,800 US dollars. So this is a big chart na you should watch out for in the coming days. And do you think this is possible? I also think that this is more likely to play out kasi kung titingnan natin sa short term, let's try to hide the moving average and try to understand the price action. Kasi kung titingnan nyo guys, we have been monitoring this movement. So we have this resistance and then this support in the 4-hour time frame. And then we actually had this massive breakout to the downside. So i-plot natin siya. So ito yung target natin for this ascending triangle. So technically, ascending triangle is a bullish move pero since nag-breakdown tayo, it would follow this type of target. So let's look at the daily time frame. So now we have this ascending triangle and let's try to plot the 200-day moving average. If you could see guys, the target for our ascending triangle matches and aligns exactly with the 200-day moving average. If that's the case, what the area that we should be looking out for is the 200-day moving average and the 100-day moving average. So if we have this cross, if we went down below this area, we might see a dump to the downside for the Ethereum price action up to the 200-day moving average. And this is still possible dahil if titingnan mo si Bitcoin price and susundan natin yung ating 50 and 200-day moving average, we are about to have this death cross coming anytime soon. So if this happens, you would see a longer bearish period kay Bitcoin price. But yeah, if this plays out, it will also affect the whole market, especially Ethereum. So now we are seeing that play out for Ethereum in the coming days. And if this actually plays out, you should have you should expect this different areas such as the $2,000, 2,200, and the 1,700 to 1,800 levels as they are the areas to watch out for when this goes down. So you could do some DCA strategy. You could maybe have some short selling position or depende sa'yo kung ano gusto mo, kung paano siya i-play. Pero sa ngayon, if this happens, you could actually play a DCA movement dito sa area na to. But take note guys, selling is riskier than buying. Kasi kung titingnan mo, in the past few months, the Ethereum price will always go up regardless of the movement. Kasi yung moving average niya is pataas. So this would indicate na yung average price action natin is pataas pa din regardless of the price movement. So yeah, ito yung nakikita natin kay Ethereum. And let's also try to look at this sa isa pang coin which is Cardano. And if you're going to understand the Cardano movement, we are also forming almost the exact same movement for Cardano. We are having this big bounces from the 100 to 50-day moving average. Pero ang difference nito is the 50-day moving average is now the one acting as a support for this Cardano. So the 50 and 100, the 50 and the 20-day moving average are the supports na nilalaro niya ngayon. Pero we also had that same bounce dito kay 100-day moving average. So if ever na we break to the downside, we might see a big support dito kay Cardano sa 100-day moving average. And that is around the 1.4 US dollar target. But if not, if na-break natin tong 200-day moving average, this 100-day moving average pala, you would see a move to the downside up to 200-day moving average. And this would take us a movement something like this in the following days kasi of course this would start to print out after the following movement ng Cardano price. So this is just the average. And if we had that downward movement, we can see a projected move at around this area, and that's around the $1 US, and that's around the $1 area. And that's a very strong support for Cardano. And if you have the chance to buy into Cardano, this is a good area that you should be setting out for. So, same goes with Ethereum, 200-day moving average is yung ating indicator to watch out for. And is this possible, guys? The answer is yes, it is relatively possible. Kasi kung titingnan naman natin ngayon sa Bitcoin dominance ni Cardano and Ethereum, let's look at these levels na fina-follow natin. So, sa ating daily time frame, if nagkaroon tayo ng movement to the downside, it would take Cardano to go. It would take Cardano to go to this level at around the next Fibonacci level. But remember na itong moving average natin is also catching up. So we might get some bounce at around this area if this drops. Or let's say nag-catch up siya, only then we could see a Cardano pump. Pero yeah, this is very a dangerous area na for Cardano since we are seeing this last support holding on and then possible na mag-play out pa siya. Pero other than that, ano ba yung bullish scenario natin for this area? If let's say nag-start mag-pump si Bitcoin at these levels, it would indicate now we are holding strong this bull market for both Cardano and Ethereum. We might get that bounce at this area and maybe head to the upside if nag mag-pump bigla si Bitcoin. So that's another case na you should watch out for. If Bitcoin starts pumping, you could expect this type of movement for the Ethereum price. Same goes with Cardano. If Bitcoin starts pumping, we could get a rebound at this moving averages and maybe get a move to the upside. Lastly, let's take a look at the Ethereum to Bitcoin dominance. Makikita mo na the Cardano Bit just like the Cardano to Bitcoin dominance, we are seeing this support at the Fibonacci level. And then if we break this, we could see this downside movement, and that would correlate exactly with the Cardano movement. Same goes with Ethereum. So titingnan natin si Ethereum and tingnan natin yung mga levels niya. If we had that downward movement for Ethereum, we could actually see this movement and then it might, and if ever na ma-break natin tong support na to, we might get this movement to the downside and see this pretty similar move for Ethereum against the US dollar. So yeah, those are the levels that you should be watching out for this strong support, and this is a good buying opportunity for both Ethereum and Cardano, guys. So if you have not bought any Ethereum or Cardano, this is your opportunity. This is actually your last chance in getting in for both Ethereum and Cardano, guys. So at the end of the day, these movements are all dependent on the price actions of Bitcoin. So regardless kung ano yung maging TA nyo dito, if Bitcoin, let's say, starts dumping, we could see this one play out. But if Bitcoin starts pumping, we could see a bounce at this moving average. Same goes with Cardano. So if you find this video informative, guys, please give this video a like. And if you want to share this with your friends and your families, please share this video. And if you want to see more signals like this, you could follow our Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and Discord group. I'll leave a link in the description below. And then if you want to see more contents like this, please subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next video and bye-bye for now.